go, this is awful, I'm never going to do it again, and then do it again the next year.
Yeah,
So
it's a giant pain in the ass because it has to be symmetrical, so you have to measure it out, and I mean anyone that's done anything ever like that, whatever it is you're creating, when you have to be very meticulous and make sure it's perfect and it's all symmetrical, it's a giant pain in the ass. So
and then have 1,300 people stare at it for 2 days.
yeah, yeah. Is that the player count? 1,300?
That's players, spectators. That was the estimated people that were on site at peak today. So
that's a lot. That's a grip of people to have to put into this. It's a big field, but that's a lot of humans.
Well, you figure just players at 72 teams, average at 10 players at 720 just players.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, and that's 720. I mean, it's more probably like 820 with all the different. Because I talk, how many guys you got here? Oh, we got 12. We got 13, 11. We only have 10, but almost everyone has at least 12.
Yeah. And then you got pit crew, you got family, you got friends. Everybody likes to come out to this in groups. So.
I've seen a ton of kids out here. I mean, Darren Cesena, our Iceman, our producer, his 2 kids are out here.
So ThunderHorse and Wiseguys are on the field. ThunderHorse is a team that's been here a number of times. Got a bunch of Tim's friends from Detroit on that team.
And they're doing pretty good, right?
Yeah, they always do really well. It's a group of players that don't take themselves too seriously off the field, but they do play really well. Really good paintball on the field.
We were kind of joking about it, but it's a thing, and and Tim would talk about this too. And everyone says this that's been around for a long time as Wiseguys looking like they're making a move on that D side, and it looks like he's clean. So look, some people come to the tournament to win, and some people just want to crush beers in the parking lot and have a great time, and that's what they're here for. Like that's why they come. Of course they love the game, they're gonna go play, but they don't really seriously think they have a chance to win out of 72 10-man teams. How many teams is that? Have no idea. But I talked to during our short breaks occasionally. Those people are going to come up and they are just so happy, so fun. You got some you got some good beer. I think put local beer on tap here. It's just a good vibe, man. Everyone always talks about vibes. The vibe here is legit, and yeah, I just Russell. I hope you guys keep this thing going forever.
Actually, I love the explanation of it. It's like a dart tournament at a dive bar. There's a whole bunch of people over there just having a great time, and they're there to see friends, and then there's other people that are sipping water and
dead serious.
and there's room for both here, right?
Yeah.
You have your Rodney Squires and you have your Rocky Cagnonis.
That's great. 2 great players, completely different spectrums of trying to enjoy paintball. Rodney brought, I think, legit 9 guns. I think he might have brought 3 bags of stuff.
I don't know how expensive it is for him to fly, but I've seen him come to tournaments with 3 to 4 gear bags, never wear the same set of goggles twice.
I mean, he does well for himself, but yes, you were 100% right. Another question with Rodney was how many pairs of pants did Rodney bring? Because it seems like he always has a fresh pair of pants.
The guy looks clean, and beyond that, some of the skills he brings are not just playing, but also for this format, field walking is incredibly important.
And crunching numbers.
And Ronnie is a machine at it. I watched him come off the Woods ball field, the big Woods field, and literally sketch out on a piece of paper the majority of the field almost perfectly to scale to start naming bunkers.
By memory?
By memory. Walk the field, comes off and goes, okay, remember this over here? And it makes a big difference in how well a team can put an image together and play.
Look like a body's coming off for ThunderHorse from that D side. So earlier it was the Wiseguys, now it's ThunderHorse. Pretty even on the body count. Got about 7 minutes left to go. Referee checking out player here for the Wiseguys in Snake 1, and he's going to come off. So Russell, it does look like ThunderHorse said some local guys.
Detroit.
Detroit. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So
Detroit, Michigan area guys. She ThunderHorse lost another one out of the Snake there. This field really rewards aggression, so they need to put that other guy into the Snake there. Move some of the guys. I think they had the back center double. They need to pull that guy this way. Just kind of start getting down the field. Whereas looks like Wiseguys really haven't made it past their own maybe 10 their secondary bunker. Haven't gone to their secondary bunkers yet. Everybody's still in their primaries.
Yeah, and
there's a move. But still from center to out, at least he's making progress down the field.
And Russell, of course, we got aggression. Aggression is the most important thing out here. On a layout like this, ThunderHorse with that aggression, and now body's starting to get peeled off for the Wiseguys. Still 6 minutes left to go, so a ton of time, but ThunderHorse is really starting to clock in and get some kills. You still have 2 bodies in the Snake structure, one at the 50, one at the outside Snake 1, and they got a player in the back corner bunker too. So, but for the Wiseguys, we're actually looking at the back corner bunker here on your screen, and it's just him in this back corner. So he's really on an island. We're gonna have to hold it down.
The back 2 corners now got good crossfield shots. I mean, that's one of the first things they teach you in hyperball is cross it up when things get dicey.
Absolutely. That's a mainstay in 10-man when things get bad.
So he's doing a good job of kind of damage control at this point. We got the back 3 line.
And here comes the crawl, past the 50 here for ThunderHorse, with a lot of time to work with. He's in a crucial spot. This is arguably the most important spot on the field, is your opponent's snake 2. But Russell, it does appear that ThunderHorse did lose a body from the center, as another body for the Wiseguys gets peeled off. Oop, running referee, never a good sign. And they're going to pull that body out. More often than not, if a referee has to run coast to coast, you're probably going to get pulled.
Yeah. But the thing is, at least the referee's making the right call there. That player wasn't engaging, wasn't impacting the game. He had a hit, but he wasn't impacting the game with that.
How much, as a tournament organizer, we had this conversation yesterday. How many ear beatings have you taken today?
Really, very few.
Really?
I'm really surprised. Some rule clarification. One of the things we introduced for this year was the ability for teams to contest a score sheet. So what a contesting a score sheet is that normally they say, oh, I'm not signing this and walk off. That does happen when we agree with the call. So what we instructed our admins to do is go ahead and write contested on it, and that would mean that I would go back to the field, speak to the admin, speak to the referee, reconsider what happened on the field, and go back to the team and come to a decision. So we had not many of those, and every single one of them ended amazingly respectfully, and just kind of speaks to the atmosphere this year. Hey, I wasn't happy with this. Go back, hey man, here's the situation as it was explained to me. Here's how it goes in the rule book. Here's why you were assigned the points you were. And in every situation, every team was incredibly respectful. Even if some of them didn't agree with the decision I came to, putting that contested score sheet in, I think really brought that tension level down, because they felt like they were heard. They got to plead their case not just on the field, but then to have someone come back when everybody's calm with a clear level head and say, hey, here's what happened. Here's why that decision was made. And I'll even admit, when I always get the captain's meeting, I always say,